The most powerful zodiac signs: influence without force. Some people don't need to be loud to be powerful. They don't need to push, demand, or control the room. Their power comes from presence, timing, confidence, emotional intelligence, or the way people naturally listen when they speak. Influence without force is the kind of power that doesn't feel aggressive, but still changes the energy around it. It's the person who can shift opinions, inspire action, or make others follow their lead without making it look like they're trying. Today, we're ranking the most powerful zodiac signs when it comes to influence without force. For this ranking, check your sun sign and Mars sign. Your sun sign shows your core identity, natural presence, and the kind of energy people recognize in you. Your Mars sign shows how you act, lead, assert yourself, and make things happen without always needing permission. Starting at number 7, Aries. Aries may seem like an unusual choice here because this sign is usually known for being direct, bold, and action-oriented. But Aries can influence people without forcing them by simply moving first. Their power comes from momentum. When Aries believes in something, they don't always wait for permission, approval, or perfect timing. They act, and that action can wake something up in everyone around them. Aries has a natural ability to spark courage in others. They may say the thing everyone else is afraid to say, take the first step when others are hesitating, or start something before the room has finished overthinking it. Their influence is not always polished, but it is energizing. Aries ranks 7th because their power is fast, motivating, and instinctive. Even when they are not trying to lead, their courage can make other people feel brave enough to move. At number 6, Pisces. Pisces influences through emotion, imagination, and quiet connection. They may not always look powerful in the traditional sense, but Pisces can reach people in a way that bypasses logic. Their words, mood, kindness, art, or vulnerability can soften people and shift the atmosphere without pressure. A strong Pisces does not always need to argue. They can influence by making people reflect. They may tell a story, share a feeling, or simply hold space in a way that makes others open up. People may not even realize Pisces changed their perspective until later, when something they said keeps echoing in the mind. Pisces also reminds people of what matters beyond ego, pride, or winning. When mature, Pisces can make others want to be softer, kinder, more honest, or more creative. Pisces ranks 6th because their influence is subtle but deeply felt. They may not force movement, but they can quietly change the emotional direction of a room. At number 5, Virgo. Virgo's influence comes from competence. This is the sign that gains power by being useful, prepared, observant, and quietly excellent. Virgo does not always need to dominate the conversation because their value becomes clear through what they notice, improve, and fix. A Virgo can influence a group simply by asking the right question. They may point out a flaw, organize the chaos, or explain what needs to be adjusted in a way that makes people rethink their approach. Their power is not flashy, but it is hard to ignore because it is practical. Virgo makes people listen by being accurate. What makes Virgo powerful is that their guidance often feels helpful rather than controlling. Instead of saying, "Do this because I said so," Virgo shows why something works and why something else does not. Virgo ranks 5th because their quiet authority comes from skill, precision, and reliability. When Virgo has mastered something, people naturally look to them for direction. At number 4, Capricorn. Capricorn influences through authority, discipline, and long-term credibility. They do not always need to be the loudest person in the room because their power often comes from how they carry themselves. Capricorn seems composed, serious, and aware of consequences. Even when they say very little, people can sense they are thinking several steps ahead. A strong Capricorn influences people by setting standards. They may not pressure anyone directly, but their consistency can make others raise their level. Capricorn shows what patience, responsibility, and self-control can create over time. That kind of influence is powerful because it is built on respect, not attention. When everyone is emotional, scattered, or uncertain, Capricorn often becomes the person others look toward for structure. Their presence can make people slow down, think practically, and take the situation more seriously. Capricorn ranks 4th because their power is earned. They influence through reliability, strategy, and quiet confidence. At number 3, Scorpio. Scorpio's influence comes from intensity, emotional depth, and the ability to understand what is hidden. Scorpio does not always need to speak much to be felt. Their presence can be magnetic because people sense that Scorpio sees more than they say. This gives them a quiet power that makes others pay attention without being asked. A Scorpio can influence by making people feel understood, exposed, or deeply seen. They notice motives, fears, desires, and emotional undercurrents. Because of that, they often know what matters to someone before that person admits it out loud. When Scorpio speaks directly to that truth, it can change the entire conversation. Their power is not always soft, but it does not need to be forceful. A mature Scorpio does not have to control people to affect them. They can influence through honesty, loyalty, emotional strength, and calmness under pressure. Scorpio ranks third because their influence is psychological. People may not always understand why Scorpio affects them so strongly, but they feel it. At number 2, Leo. Leo influences through warmth, presence, and natural leadership. Leo does not always need to demand attention because attention often comes to them anyway. There is something about Leo energy that can make people look, listen, and respond. Their power comes from visibility, confidence, and the ability to make others feel part of something bigger. A strong Leo can influence people by making them feel inspired. They know how to bring energy into a room, lift the mood, and make an idea feel exciting. When Leo believes in something, they can make others believe in it too. Not because they are forcing anyone, but because their enthusiasm feels contagious. Leo's influence also comes through recognition. They often understand that people want to feel seen, appreciated, and valued. A mature Leo can bring out confidence in others by giving them attention in the right way. Leo ranks second because their power is radiant. They can lead without pushing and inspire without begging. And at number 1, Libra. Libra takes the top spot because this kind of influence is one of Libra's strongest gifts. Libra understands people, timing, tone, image, and social balance. They know how to say something in a way that makes others listen instead of resist. Their power often comes from diplomacy, charm, and the ability to make people feel like an idea was mutual, even when Libra quietly guided the conversation. A powerful Libra does not always need to command. They can suggest, soften, redirect, and persuade. They know when to speak, when to pause, when to compliment, and when to challenge someone gently. Libra can shift the room by adjusting the emotional and social atmosphere. They know how to make people feel comfortable enough to agree. What makes Libra especially powerful is their understanding of connection. They can read what people want, what they fear, and how they want to be perceived. Instead of pushing against someone's ego, Libra often works with it. This makes their influence feel smooth, natural, and almost invisible. Libra ranks number 1 because their power is rarely about pressure. It is about grace, timing, and social intelligence. They can change minds without making people feel attacked, and that is one of the strongest forms of power there is. So those are the most powerful zodiac signs when it comes to influence without force. But remember, astrology shows patterns, not permanent labels. Real power is not always about control, dominance, or being the loudest person in the room. Sometimes power is the ability to guide, inspire, calm, support, or redirect people without making them feel small. When these signs use their influence with maturity, they don't just lead others, they elevate them. Comment your sun sign and Mars sign below and tell me if you agree with this ranking. Did your sign make the list, or did someone instantly come to mind? Like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more zodiac rankings.